Welcome, Aquarius. This is your weekly focus for December the 3rd through to the 9th, 2018. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you, Tilly, for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. And I send it back to you tenfold. Truly do. Let's turn to the cards, see what they have to tell us about this week. Four of Swords. Well, first of all, watch your health, okay? Don't try and burn the candle at both ends. Unplug, recharge, take naps when your body is telling you to this week. Eat healthily. Don't overdo, nothing in excess. But now that we've got that out of the way, well, this is really a beautiful card to have as your very first card, as long as you're minding your health. This is the warrior who's come off the battlefield. And I can't even imagine what it would be to be a warrior on a battlefield. My dad fought in World War II, and he never talked about it really. So I have no idea. I can only try to imagine the amount of stress, anxiety, sleeping with one eye open, probably not getting a decent meal or a decent sleep, always on the alert, never knowing when the next strike is going to hit. The stress, the tension. But now you come home and you take off your armor and you hang up your weapons and you lay down to heal. Absolutely heal. But to know that you've been through the hardest part now. Know that when you walk out your front door, it's not a battlefield, but it's the city park where the kids are playing and the birds are singing in the trees. And so you have to really imagine a whole different world that you are stepping into from the one that you have left behind. So this card could be a very strong, transformative card for you, so long as you are taking care of your health. This is a time to recharge. This is a time to be grateful that you've made it to this point, that there is a tomorrow waiting for you. King of Swords. Oh, we want to go forward. Watch, 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 watch. Please watch. He's a very strong king, and he's the one that's out in the battlefield. He's the one who says, we're going in this direction. And if you're not with me, you're against me. And out you go, off with your head. You are not standing in my way. I am going to have total victory going forward. And so there's this strength that's bubbling up inside of you, like, I am going forward now. I see the way. And so you might get a little bit too ambitious. Well, this could be in a relationship. This could be your health, right? And all of a sudden somebody says, oh, no, come on out to the bar instead. You're not going to say, oh, no, I'm going to stick to my routine and laugh it off and go home. You're going to snap. There's going to be anger. There's going to be aggression. Or there could be. I shouldn't say there should be, but there could be. It might be from somebody coming at you, but with this card as being your card, I would have to say that, it's like the straw that broke the camel's back. So, wherever you need some kind of healing in your life or closure in your life or something that you just don't really want to deal with yet, but you need to deal with, I think you need to deal with it, because you're going to be out and you're going to be buying a coffee and somebody's going to say something to you and you are just going to lose it on them. And they had nothing to do with any of it. We want to push forward regardless of what other people are saying to us. And our answer may not be as nonchalant as normally. We might get very frustrated with their limited perceptions and ideas of who you should be and where you should go in life. How dare they? Know that most people do it out of love, okay? They don't want to see you get hurt, so they don't want you taking risks. And secondly, what does it say about them if you succeed? So, try and stay away from the people who aggravate you a little bit this week, that gets under your skin, that you have some sort of resentment against. Because you may say or act or do something that you can't take back. That's going to make matters worse. So yes, we want to strive towards going forward. And remember now that the new moon is on Friday, so we are in full moon energy up until that new moon. So we don't want to go charging out there just yet. Maybe as the weekend comes around, yeah. But up till then, we're really in full moon energy, and we don't want to be jumping the gun on anything. So take a step back, take a deep breath. I told several signs this week that had the same kind of energy. Truly, go to the gym and punch a bag for a couple of hours. Get rid of that tension in some productive way. Maybe jump into a project that fills you with passion that you can just work on your own, or some other kind of maybe hard physical work or some exercise. Go for a run in order to relieve that tension. The Page of Pentacles. Oh, and you are dreaming big for your tomorrow. You hold this pentacle, and look at it. It's larger than life, this pentacle that you hold in your hand. It's very young energy, so we are on a brand new path. There's a fog in the background, so we are not going to get a lot of clarity on how we're actually going to succeed on this venture. But succeed you will. There's a courage that you need to attach yourself to. We have the red rose and the white rose above, on top of the pentacle, indicating new beginnings, yes, with the white, but red is our courage, also a passion. It's got to be something that you can really jump into, really enjoy, lose track of time when you are engaged in it, or the person perhaps. I mean, that could be love as well. Absolutely, with the Page of Pentacles. Love, abundance, wealth. Seven of Wands. You've been battling it out, haven't you? Especially when it comes to work and career. Yeah, I kind of see you fortified there. I don't see you trapped or anything. I think you've just like, okay, you guys pass this fence, you're in for trouble. Like, I'm going forward, and I'm going forward without you, and this isn't working. And so you might have been going through a lot of turmoil, but this is where you get really determined on the direction that you are to go as well. Look at you, you're dressed as the warrior. You look fierce. You are looking at a crowd of people and saying, this is the way I'm going. Mercury is actually in your work sector right now. So Mercury was in retrograde. So yeah, you could have been going through a lot of different things when it comes to work, career, or what you do in the community. It could be within family too. It's what defines you really as a person. I think you've solved it in some way. I mean, that fence doesn't look intimidating. And yeah, I can tell you're serious about your words, but I don't think you'd actually use that against me if I decided to step up to the plate with you. I think you're testing the grounds, weighing out options, but you're determined to go forward in some way and expect something great to happen. I mean, we just have this wide open landscape, and there's a lot of clarity and understanding. So turn your focus or your attention away from the past, even if the past was yesterday for you, and start to turn towards your future path of where you want to go, of what you want to step into. It could really bring in some new path to great abundance and great happiness, because I laid it right on top of the Page of Pentacles. Nine of Swords. Overthinking in relationships. Worry, concern. Did I do the right thing? Did I say the right thing? Did I act the right way? Where do I fit in? Where do I stand out like a sore thumb? Is that all they notice of me? There's a lot of, you know what? Aquarians, we love you. Seriously. You wanna sit and enjoy a party, find an Aquarian and start having a conversation with them. Follow their lead. You guys rock. So where you have the self-doubt that you don't contribute to the greater good or the collective or that group of people down the street or at your workplace, you are so wrong. So stop worrying about it. Stop beating yourself up about it. Know your worth. Know your value. See your potential and what you can give in relationships. That could have been kind of rocky lately within relationships then too. Don't let the minor things in relationship actually ruin the experience of love and, unconditional love, respect, support. If you're having problems in the relationship, take it back to the first day, the first days, the honeymoon stage, where neither of you could do no wrong. The priority list could be completely wiped out to put them as number one each and every moment. You had no problems taking out the garbage or doing the dishes or cooking the supper. And we start to get used to that beautiful, loving energy, and we start to take it for granted, and then it starts to dissipate. But it's still there. So, if anything, look at ways of growing that relationship back to those first moments. I mean, Tony Robbins says it so perfectly. If you treat every day like the first day, there will never be a last day. So this is a time to remember not where you're having problems within the relationship. I would put all that on the back burner if possible and start working towards what is beautiful about the relationship. And I believe one time I was watching Tony Robbins and he had this, he was talking about a client he had and how they left the conference and they went home and they were like super, super nice to their wife. And the wife was just like, oh, something's up. I ain't falling for this. And day 2, he came back again. Day 3, he came back again. And, all of a sudden, the wife started to open up again to feelings of love and security and support from that other person. Because it didn't matter what she was saying to him, he would still come back with loving kindness and respect and understanding. And he probably had a hard time doing that because he wasn't feeling very natural in his words, but he knew what the response was going to be. And he had to bring the love in front of the anger or the frustration or the resentment that he was feeling as well. So look for the magic that you can grow in your relationships rather than the things that frustrate you or bother you. And it's turning it around, and that's not probably going to be the easiest of choices this week because it looks like you're more prone to highlight the negatives. So be careful of that energy. We have the Emperor. So new moon affirmations, absolutely. This is making the plan, and this is expecting. Okay, I love the Emperor because the Emperor dreams and wishes and hopes, and he doesn't really, well, he hopes, sure he does, but he dreams. He envisions his tomorrow. And then he gets people with the knowledge and the wisdom and the talent and the ability to surround him and putting together the plan so that when he goes towards that goal, that dream, that desire, he knows he's going to get that. He knows he's going to succeed. He knows he's going to, it's just a matter of time because he's planned it out. He's taken the time to make sure that he is surrounded by others. So look at where you are surrounding yourself with others. Look at where you need to step into maybe new environments with new people, meeting new people, tapping into their skill set. I think if you reflect on things like that this week, if you meditate on things like that this week, that you'll get those aha moments, you'll get those epiphanies of where to go, of where to align yourself with like-minded people. And true magic can be set in motion because the plan can be made. So an invention, something that you are creating, a business idea, a book that you want to write with somebody, and maybe you're the artist and you want to do the pictures in the book, or maybe it's a children's story. Surround yourself with the right people in order to gain the proper knowledge to really step into it and have a straight line walking forward. And Mercury now is stationary direct, I think, as of Thursday, so just before the new moon, allows you, and you're probably starting to feel this already, more of a clarity, more of an understanding of how to go forward. So meditate on it. This is a beautiful time to meditate on it, to reflect on it, to come to some epiphanies or some new knowledge coming in, new information to tap into. We have the Eight of Wands. This card has just been for everybody. And since we have all this Sag energy, I'm kind of imagining it as the bow and arrow. And here we don't even have it like maybe even in the bow yet. We're just kind of straightening it out. There's no aim here, but we're looking forward. So this is asking us to expand our dreams, our goals, our desires, to step out of a comfort zone, to try something new and different, to take a risk on ourselves, to widen the path, to grow the experience. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.